Thanks for joining us. This presentation is called Successes, Failures, and the In-Between, reflecting on a medical student-operated open access journal as it passes its third year in operation. The journal is called the Cooper-Rowan Medical Journal, known as CRMJ. It was established in November 2018. Library staff were approached by a second-year medical student and a clinical faculty member that were interested in teaming up on the project. No one involved had any real formal editorial or back-end publishing experience. We had done our own research and had served as authors, but at this scale, it was pretty much new to all of us. Luckily, the library already had a subscription to something called bPress Digital Commons, which can be used to host journal projects. What makes CRMJ unique? The first author must be or have been a graduate student or trainee at the time their research was being reported or conducted. We currently don't have any article processing charge, and we're an open access publication that uses a CC BY license. All manuscripts are reviewed by both experienced faculty as well as student peer reviewers. The idea and mission of CRMJ, one of them, is to have students really get their first experience in doing peer review and getting involved more so in the scholarly publishing process. So one big question we faced was whether to make the publication internal or external facing. Some of these points on this page can kind of help you make this decision yourself if you decide to start up a similar project. We ultimately chose to make it an external facing journal and accept submissions from authors from around the world and from different affiliations than just CMSRU. So one of the big challenges we had was creating policies. Besides consulting some of these well-known organizations on the left here, we also had a great idea, and we're fortunate to find that an existing journal called PeerJ that's well respected actually makes all of their policies published with a CC BY license. So we were able to actually consult some of their policies and reuse and remix some of them with to be sure, we actually cited PeerJ and did that. But this actually saved us a lot of time, and we recommend it for others to do that as well when they're forming up their policies for a new publication. Some successes we've had: we are indexed in the directory of open access journals. We've had over 125 submissions from authors from prestigious affiliations from around the world, and currently have over 150 peer reviewers on our peer review list. Some challenges: we've had a very high rejection rate, around over 80% currently. We'd say that's due to we have rigorous quality standards set by our editor-in-chief, who is a very well-known researcher in the field of critical care medicine and also served as an editor on a very well-known critical care medicine journal. Another challenge is we've had a constant turnover of graduating student editors. Some have stayed on when they've gone into residency, but their demands and work life really changes once they get to that stage of their career. We've also had some trouble communicating with student authors and peer reviewers, as their emails very frequently change as they change affiliations as they move through their medical career. So some closing words of advice for others interested in starting a partially student-led publication. It's very important to have a continual pipeline of student editors trained and given opportunities for advancement and leadership. It's really important to have an experienced editor-in-chief that's willing to mentor others. And if possible, not just the editor-in-chief, librarians and other faculty members of the editorial board, and eventually senior student editors of the project can serve to mentor others on conducting peer review and the inner workings of actually running a publication.